relax. This going there, and then knees as well going in. So yeah. Wow. Goes like that. Yeah. Is missing because this isn't an outlet, because this hasn't opened yet. If I just do just my shoulder joint using your way or using the normal way, if you hold yourself solid, it sort of becomes like that. Watch what happens to the shoulder with that much speed. Force is bouncing back. And because force bounce back, because we feel in our bodies, if I just go like that, that's not going to have power. We recruit muscles and we do some sort of, clenching or whatever it is with the rest of the body so we can get a bit of a pushing power. See how I'm now using other parts, but it's sort of like this. But if you can have the openness, you can feel in your body that as soon as I go like that, I can feel something's going to come out of this outlet, then you won't have to wind up. You can just sort of drop it in and it'll feel more like this. So I'll just gradually increase and tell me how much you can take. So from here, nice and relaxed, outlet, like that. So there, that's like 20%, right?
Wow. Ooh.
Yeah. So you can start to see, and he will tell you that the force isn't here, and he's going back because I'm aiming it to go past. If I just do just a light one, but it's like that, that stays. Yeah. So that will probably bruise tomorrow because the force, because you can't kill energy. You can't kill energy. You can't kill energy, right? It has to dissipate somewhere. If it's going to dissipate in him like the second last one, in him moving away, that's a waste of energy. I don't want him to move away. I want him to stay. So I want the force to dissipate by damaging cells inside. But that's why it feels a lot painful. If you can have the precision to make your force stop somewhere inside his body, that's going to have the most effect, right? Most damaging effect, right? It's a very different thing compared to sort of, like that. That would be, you get a Muay Thai guy to elbow you properly on the arm, they're going to cork your arm, no doubt, right? But that requires that sort of momentum. And if you walk, I won't hit that one. If you step into that, it won't hurt as much because it requires from the beginning to the end. Like if it's a punch like this, from here, like that. Now at that point, let's say at this point, if you push my shoulder, if you can, and you push my shoulder, if you can catch the person, go like that, you'll take a lot of that power away because it requires that sort of whipping momentum and it picks up. Or if my target's here, I'm aiming to sort of hit there, boom, like that, but the target suddenly comes and stops here, it will take away a lot of the power. You see it happen all the time in boxing, MMA and stuff like that. It's only when the shot is clean and you've aimed here and you drop it in, then all that momentum, boom, all the effect is sort of there. But halfway or in between, it doesn't have the same power. That's very different to what we're doing in Silam Dao. We want to be, or in Wing Chun, we want to be in control of every millimeter of the movement. Every millimeter of movement is mindful. That's why we move so slowly. And hence why from here to here, we can get that much power with our body. So same thing, take long rise up, relax, open the joints, aim, but it's good to do it again on an arm. You can do it on a pad as well. It should go through a pad. If you do it on a pad, it will go through the pad as well. Sigong used to get, so the ones that have been to his place, he's got a hanging bag. It's still there. Very heavy. They got like BB gun pellets in there. So it's only this big, but it's like 30 kilos, right? It's very hard. So he would get us to hold it and lean onto it, right? And then he would get us to try to punch it. So we all sort of, do our punches, whatever. And the person that's sort of holding and lean on it would move back a little bit. So we're pushing the bag away. And then he'd stand there, sometimes on one leg, and then the bag's there, the person's holding it, and he'll just go like that. And I swear to you, you would feel what you felt there, like you felt a line of force coming in, a precise line, not just a throw. You would feel that through the bag. So imagine there's BB gun pellets in there. You would feel, that's how he could focus his force, through those, and you would feel it in your chest. So that's the kind of force that we can get. So hitting like that, I know we're an internal art, but this is a striking seminar. So I'm talking about combat, getting forced in, hurting people, and it's just geared that way. But you can't do any of that if you're not doing the very useful internal stuff anyway. But so if you haven't come to other seminars before, you think, oh, this guy's a violent guy talking about putting the force into the brain and stuff. That's what it's keen to do, yeah. So if you can go like that, even punches like this, say if I'm if I'm going like that, but there, you see, it's just tapping, right? But you feel it go in, it would still penetrate, So we're talking about a different kind of force that you can apply to every other sort of martial art as well. Okay, too much talking, have a play. Not like that, but...
Yeah, it's shocking.
So not like this. That's different, right? Compared to like that, and just drop it like that. And like that, it can have speed. So like, you know, let's say something is hitting like that, and then like that, after hitting power, having power from here, just from there to have like, so let's say it's like that. So you can like all from here, you know. So being very close range, you can give 3 or 4 very, very powerful strikes, boom, 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 like that. Whereas usually it would be sort of like that. It wouldn't be boom, 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 like that, you know. So for self-defense purposes, is very, very useful. Sure.
Don't kill me.
So not like this, not like that. I'll tap it lightly on you because you're like that. Yeah. And if you add, so that was like 5-10%. If you add, if I give you 20, a little bit more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of goes in.
Yeah. And it shakes the brain, it shakes your spine a little bit. Yeah.
Can I get a tap?
Sure. So not like this, not like that. Nice and relaxed. So instead of this, so feel the difference of power. Instead of sort of like a pushing force, like that, which if I use momentum, I can get a lot more. But same sort of speed. So boom, wrong, right. Same sort of speed, but you can start to get in. So if I put a little bit more into it, relax, this going there, and then knees as well going in. So yeah. Wow. Goes like that, yeah. So taking that there, yeah, and you can do it from any sort of angle. Doesn't matter, like you know, dropping it down like that, I won't hit there because that's the chest. But you know, you can really drop it in from any angle, as long as.
So just breaking that down, what you just did, just in that last inch, can you just do that again without the power?
Okay.
Again, because I couldn't take a third.
Okay, sure, no worries.
But the idea is what you were thinking.
Okay, so Taigong rise up. Yeah. So make sure my spine stays open. Don't do a preempting. Okay, I'm going to go hard, ready. So I'm just literally going from A to B to here, and I'm in my mind. I know exactly where I'm going. It's not like I'm just swinging from here and letting it catch you on the way. I'm exactly wanting to stop here, you know. Okay. And within that Taigong rise up, shoulders are open, and I'm going from A to B. It just happens you're in my path. So I just go a centimeter inside you, and you know. So even doing it lightly, it's different to this. This is sort of a momentum-based thing, and I have to use something else.
Using the torso.
And also, this has been thrown. It's you're in my way, yes, but if you suddenly jump out of the way, it's sort of just catching you like a hook, like that. It's catching you on the way. Whereas here, I make my destination a centimeter inside your arm. So if you do move out of the way, anytime, at any point, it's got to stop exactly here, because I've told it to come from here to here. It's not a throw. Yeah. Yes.
And what's happening up the back here when you do that?
All of this must be open and relaxed. To me, it feels like as the spine's rising up, and this goes with any arm movement or any leg movement. As the spine's open, and you can feel it. So if you feel my spine here with that one arm, and then put your hand here with the other. Yeah, so sort of like this. So let's say not like this, not like that, right? But it feels like that. Yeah. So now the joint is free to move in the socket, and that elbow now has a lot of power. If it, you know, this is what this is. Yeah. So if I'm doing this, that's no good, right? Compared to. Yeah, so that has power now. If I want to come towards you, if I want to bring you in, it's got power, you know, so it's opened up. And so it's not just using this joint, it's using the entire girdle. Yes, it's using the whole thing. Then if I could, at a high level, we relax here, then we can use this whole piece, we start to tap into the whole body. Yeah. Otherwise, if someone can only use this area, as soon as they step, things will bounce back. Later on, we're going to do body movement, a little bit of stepping, and that's going to make things a bit more difficult, but if you're doing it right, it's going to make it a lot more powerful. That's the difference between Silum Tao and Chum Kyu. So right now, we're just talking about Silum Tao control. Opening the joints and moving, yeah.
That force is intense.
Imagine him doing it.
Oh.
Imagine someone your size, because I'm 70 kilos.
But the challenge is us guys, there's so much to turn off.
Yeah, there's so much, because you can produce power anyway, so that is one point, yeah.